No, I'm not.
Yes, you
no,
was.
No, it's not. No.
Well, so you just want to be, you gonna be a wife?
Yeah, I do.
So you're gonna tell your husband you're not gonna have a kid?
That's the kind of conversation that you have when you're dating somebody. You let them know, like, I'm not having kids.
Why would you not want to have kids?
Why would I?
Well, I'm asking you.
But why?
Why would you ask me a question when I ask you a question? Answer the question.
Why don't I want to have kids? I don't see any benefit.
From giving somebody life?
You have a kid and your life becomes about the kid. I want my life to be about me.
Oh, you selfish.
That's okay.
You think you have kids?
I'm not having kids.
What you mean you're not having kids?
I'm not having kids.
That's what you was born there to do.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you was.
No, it's not. No.
Well, so you just want to be, you gonna be a wife?
Yeah, I do.
So you're gonna tell your husband you're not gonna have a kid?
That's the kind of conversation that you have when you're dating somebody. You let them know, like, I'm not having kids.
Why would you not want to have kids?
Why would I?
Well, I'm asking you.
But why?
Why would you ask me a question when I ask you a question? Answer the question.
Why don't I want to have kids? I don't see any benefit.
From giving somebody life?
You have a kid and your life becomes about the kid. I want my life to be about me.
Oh, you selfish.
That's okay.
Hey, Shalom, Shalom. This is your brother Quadar of GMS Gulf Coast. And I'd like to start by giving infinite honor, praise, and glory to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Double honors are given up to the elder apostles, as well as the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom also goes out to the bishops, the heads of camps of Great Millstone, and Great Millstone by and large. Also, a shalom goes out to the hopeful elect, the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, that innumerable number, which consists of men, women, and children in that order, who have come back to the obedience of the scriptures, as well as calling on the names Yahweh Yahushua. To you all, shalom. And this very attitude, this westernization of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American, especially the women of the tribes of the nation of Israel, by default, the Lord is going to destroy. Let's just grab it real quick. Let's go to the book of Ezekiel real quick. Let's go to the book of Ezekiel. Where is it? Let's see where Ezekiel 9, real quick. This is Ezekiel 9, and the point being in verse 6. This is Ezekiel 9, starting at 4, and it reads, "And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and we are a people before we are placed, and set a mark upon the forehead of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof," that mark of exemption. It's a spiritual thing. And it reads, "And to the others he said, In my hearing, go ye after him through the city, and smite. Let not your eye spare, neither have pity." So no one's going to be spared from the judgment of the Lord. And the angels that he gave the charge to go do this are not going to show pity. Here's the point. Slay utterly old and young, both maids, that's dealing with women, young women, and little children and women. See? 2 times, you know what I'm talking about? Because the woman is just and I'm just addressing this because this particular video came across my feed, and it just, through the Spirit, the Lord had me to speak on it. Now, let's go real quick to Genesis, real to the point. And it reads right there, the fall of man. I wonder why. I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to get these particular scriptures. Now, this is dealing with the woman. This is Genesis chapter 3 and 16. "Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children." See, ye shall bring forth children. "And thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee." That's a charge given to the woman, a law given to the woman, to bring forth children. Real quick, let's go to first. This is Genesis chapter 1 and verse 27, and it reads, "So Yahweh Bashim Yahushua created man in his own image, in the image of God created him, male and female created he them." Verse 28 point. Because she said she don't want to have children because of a selfish purpose. And she said it was all right. And this is the mindset of the woman over here. I'm not concerned about no Japanese woman or no white woman or no Indian woman, no East Indian woman. I ain't concerned with them. I'm talking about you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, especially you so-called black women. It reads, Genesis 1:28, and God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. Now, how are you going to replenish the earth if you don't want to, be hot girl summer 365 days a year? You find what I'm saying? These women don't want no type of responsibility. They already lack accountability. You follow what I'm saying? And they have been married onto the society, got some level of inclusion in this Western society, man. And they just, untamed horses. Don't mean to be so harsh, but if the glass slipper don't fit, it's not speaking about you. It's just the overall group of the so-called black, Latino, and Native American woman. Specifically, you so-called black women. You feminists. You know what I'm talking about? I don't need a man. I don't want to have children because it takes away from me. I don't see no purpose in it. But you were given a charge, and through assimilation, and through giving permission, to lead the household, through giving permission to be feminist, giving all these different accolades, all these different privileges. What I'm talking about? You have moved far away from what you were created to do as a helpmeet, to bring forth children. You know what I'm talking about? The Lord going to destroy. And there's more women than it is men, you know what I'm saying? So you can imagine that destruction, like it's mentioned twice, women, maids, and little children, and women. And that's a consensus that, there's more women than there are men. So you could just think to yourself, this destruction gonna have a lot of women gonna get destroyed, man. Being proud like this, making bonehead comments like this, man, and sitting there with that matter of fact attitude. Hey, so what? Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. And you think that with that messed up mindset that because you'll get into these churches and whatnot, and you'll have women pastors and whatnot, and we'll say that everybody qualify for salvation and whatnot. Just straight madness. And you women are going off, man. And every once and again you have to be addressed. It has to be addressed. But mind you, the man has always been being addressed about his do's and his don'ts, his shortcomings. I'm a man myself, so I deal with this. But when it comes to you women, you don't want to hear it. You just want to be, like she was saying, you want to be stuck in your selfish ways. You want to be left to do what you want to do. You don't want to be held to no responsibility, no accountability. Just fun. That's what that song, girls just want to have fun. And then when you reach a marital, when you know what I'm saying, you done put over 200,000 miles on that engine. Now you want somebody to put you in a white dress and treat you like something. And that's just someone with a very delusional mindset. This is 1 Timothy 2 and verse 9, and it reads, in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness. Because mind you, if you were without shame, man, you'll walk outside, go in these supermarkets, just be in public, man, with just underwear on. And basically that's all tights are. I mean, my grandmother used to send me around to the local, convenience store, you know what I'm saying, back in the 80s. And early 80s, late 70s, and get her some knee highs, pantyhose and stuff, That's all damn tights is, just a thicker version of that, just some underwear. And women walk around with all their private showing, and, they got all kind of, what them TikTok tights and stuff, all up the crease of your ass, and somebody. This is what you see. This is what you see in this place, man. And these proud women just want to be they want to garner all this attention. But mind you, the world is in an uproar right now. And you're going to get so much attention that it's going to kill you. It's going to unalive you. You understand? Yeah, all your likes on your what it is, fans only, whatever them pages that women have, you know what I'm talking about? Because ultimately that's all it is, just want to be left to her devices to be, as stylish as she want to be. Again, 1 Timothy 2:9, in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness. Again, you're without shame, if you don't have any shame, that means you don't have the moral compass to reflect, you don't have the moral compass to reflect, man, Matter of fact, let's get shamefaced. Let's see. Let's see what it says, web search. Real quick, let's get this real quick, and I'm going to get right back to it. Let's bag up out of that. Let's go real quick, shamefaced. Let's see. Real quick. Shamefaced.
Strong's G127. Idos.
It says right here, a sense of shame or honor, modesty, bashfulness, reverence, regard for others, respect. You have respect for yourself, man. Those perhaps, let's see, the idea of downcast eyes, bashfulness, example toward men, modest, or towards God, reverence, shamefacedness. I want to, define. Here we go. Let's get into the definition real quick. It says, noun, feeling embarrassed about yourself. A lot of these women, man, you see them, we see it. And lo and behold, man, these other nations, they make mockery of us because of our women, man. You know what I'm talking about? Men too, I had sagging pants and carrying on, you know what I'm talking about? You got your drawers showing. But, this is a video actually referencing to the woman because she said she didn't want no children because it'll knock what she got going on. And so the guy said, well, that's being selfish. She said, that's okay. I mean, to have that mindset like that, man, you are totally desensitized or deprogrammed from the way the Lord set you up. Taking on the custom of these heathens, man, you know what I'm talking about? Anyway, shamefacedness, feeling embarrassed about yourself. Let's see real quick. Let's see what does say in the Bible. It says modest. It says modest and like manner women. Okay, it's actually just referencing the scripture. Let's go real quick. It says awkward and embarrassed or ashamed. And today's woman, modern Western woman, she's not embarrassed, man. She's not ashamed, and it shows in their apparel. They walk out here looking like anything. In like manner, back in 1 Timothy 2:9, in like manner also that the woman adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broided hair or gold or pearls or costly array, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. That's another thing, I was looking at this one thing, where this woman said on a podcast that women have to be put in charge of the world in order to straighten out everything. This type of madness come out of a woman's mouth. Now, and at this point, man, I really don't care if you get in your feelings, because if you're getting your feelings, if you get in your feelings about what's being said, then that's just a testimony to you, of you. These scriptures are cut your spirit, make you get on down, make you get in your feelings. You know what I'm talking about? So it is what it is. Says, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. Well, we read that in what that was, Genesis 3:16. And she should be subjected to her husband, ruled over by her husband. Let's see subjection, real quick. Define, real quick.
Subjection.
The act of forcing someone or something to submit or be controlled. Because if the woman is out of control, she's out here dressing like she's at a nightclub. You know what I'm talking about? Shorts, skirts, and just barely covering their vaginas, and you know what I'm talking about. And then get in the uproar when somebody looking at them. You know what I'm talking about? Why are you dressed like that? You know what I'm talking about? What you expect? You expect nobody not to look at you? Real quick, subjection. The act of subjecting a country president. Control, one's control, the fact of being subjected. Let's see. Subjection, what does it mean? When a person, group, or government forces others, persons, or groups of people to submit, control. Biblical. Obey and submit. And, I don't need no man. That's their favorite go-to. That's like John 3:16 to a Christian. I don't need no man. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, it says, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection, obey, but I suffer not a woman to teach, going to you women pastors, nor usurp authority over the man, you women governors, and I think Mexico just got a president, a woman president. It's Mad Max world. But to be in silence, for Adam was first formed, then Eve, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in transgression. See, she's so easily tricked, man, because she be given permission to act out her fleshly desires. You know what I'm talking about? That's all they need, permission to act out on that fleshly desire, and all else is on the back burner. Listen to this right here. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing. Going back to Genesis chapter 3:16. If they continue in the faith and charity and holiness with all sobriety. So if you're a woman on this planet and you don't want children, you're actually useless. Because it says right here, it says, notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing, if they continue in the faith. How the nation of Israel is going to be replenished of all of these dry bones, these ones that have been born in vain, of our nation. You know what I'm talking about? If you got women with the attitude that they don't, they don't need a man. How do you expect to be saved? Why would you expect to be saved if you don't want no children? Because it says right here, verse 15, notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing. So if you don't want to be saved, you can thot it out. You can hot girl summit 365 days a year. But when it's time that judgment be laid on you, you need to be just as enthused about that as you are about not having no children, because it's going to be taken away from your spare time, your free time. This is the madness that our people have come to. You know what I'm talking about? And men ain't far behind. You know what I'm talking about? Again, and some of us can personally testify. Cousins, daughters, sisters having children, whatnot, and where the men at? They don't want to take part in raising these children and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? Won't take up his responsibility for the life that he, through the Lord of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, brought forth. He don't want to take out time. They want to be selfish. They find jobs that outside of slinging dope and whatnot, it's beneath them, Let's go back to Ezekiel real quick. Ezekiel 9:4. And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the upon the forehead of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abomination that be done in the midst thereof. Because see, a lot of you so-called Israelite men, it's like you so-called black men, because you're Israelites, Native and Native American, Hispanic and Native American, and you don't want to take up the mantle and do what's required of you, man, as men. As men, you know. If things are not in order, you know, things are going to be chaotic, and that's the state that we find ourselves in. Mind you, it's all because we're being punished. But when you know better, you do better. You come back to the law, statutes, commandments, the Lord can start straightening a lot of things, man. Through the Spirit, a lot of things start coming together. But I'm afraid 2/3 of our people, man, they just don't get it. Don't want to get it, don't care to get it. You understand? You know, it is what it is. Anyway, I just want to touch on that. I didn't want to make this long-winded or whatnot. Lord willing, that point was made. So I'm going to close out by giving infinite honor, praise, and glory to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, double honors to the apostle elders, the elders of Great Millstone, and with that, shalom.